Although there are many extremely wealthy people in the world, those with wealth and royalty fascinate us. Yes, we are discussing royal families. A marriage of royalty and wealth appears to be something out of a fairy tale. Their extravagant lifestyles, opulent palaces, and staff to cater to their every need inspire us. So here are the world's 5 richest royal families. Here we begin. The British royal family, $88 billion. King Charles III and his close relatives make up the British royal family. They assist the monarch in public engagements and frequently pursue charitable work and interests. As a result, the royal family is regarded as a cultural icon in the United Kingdom. According to Forbes, the family has a combined net worth of $88 billion empire that pumps hundreds of millions of pounds into the UK economy every year. What is an example of how this occurs? Consider the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This televised event boosted the UK economy by $1.5 billion, on top of the estimated $2.7 billion the royals contribute to the UK economy each year. Senior royal family members who represent the monarch are paid from public funds known as the sovereign grant. The sovereign grant is an annual payment made to the monarch by the British government. It is derived from the Crown Estate's revenues, which are derived from commercial properties owned by the Crown. The British public has a common misconception that the royal family is funded by taxpayers. But this is not the case. The revenue generated by the Crown Estate far exceeds the amount specified in the sovereign grant. Members of the royal family who receive money from the sovereign grant must account for it to the public and are not permitted to profit from their name. Buckingham Palace is the monarch's official residence in London. Announcements of royal family births and deaths are traditionally attached to the front railings. The Palace of Holyrood House was Queen Elizabeth II's Scottish residence, where she lived at the start of each summer. In addition, Hillsborough Castle serves as a residence for members of the royal family. The royal family of Abu Dhabi, Al Nahyan dynasty, $150 billion. The Nahyan dynasty, Arabic Al Nahyan family, is the ruling family of Abu Dhabi, a constituent part of the United Arab Emirates. The family was originally Bedouin of the Bandwais Arabian Confederation from around the oases of El Doli in the Rub al-Khali Desert. In the 1790s, its center was moved from El Dodi to Abu Dhabi. The Nahyan family has long played a prominent role in the Emirates' political life, and its relationship with other sheikdoms improved significantly under Zayed ibn Khalifa's leadership. Despite Shakbout ibn Sultan's reservations, the family has overseen the majority of economic activity in the Emirates since oil was discovered in Abu Dhabi in 1958, 1928 to 66. In addition, members of the Nahyan dynasty and the Maktoum dynasty of Dubai worked together in the 1960s to lay the groundwork for self-rule in what would become the United Arab Emirates. The Nahyan family has served as the country's president since its inception, beginning with Sheikh Zayed ibn Sultan, 1971 to 2004, and continuing with his sons, Sheikh Khalifa ibn Zayed, 2004 to 22, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, 2022 to current. The royal family of Qatar, House of Thani, $335 billion. Qatar's ruling family is the Al Thani family, a member of the Tamimi tribe. Unlike other Arab rulers, the family is not a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, nor do they have a long history in their kingdom. Rather, they rose to power as a result of British and Ottoman imperial politics, because their rise coincides with establishing an independent Qatar. The British designation of the Al Thanis as Qatar's monarchs was far from certain, as there were other families in the region with greater connections, power, and/or longevity. Muhammad bin Thani was able to use political maneuvering in relation to the British to establish himself as a first among equals, a position that his descendants have continued to assert. The Al Thani family now controls key government ministries and receives a sizable share of state revenue. Moreover, as the family, which has at times numbered nearly half the citizenry, is the primary source of political opposition to any ruling emir, both appointment and distribution are critical means of preventing internal factionalism and strife. More importantly, Sheikh Hamad, the former emir, amended the constitution in 1996 to allow a sitting emir to name his successor. This legal change restricts one key source of family leverage. In the early 20th century, the family converted to Wahhabism as a diplomatic courtesy in Sheikh Jassim bin Mohammed al-Khorshid Thani's of Saudi friendship and protection. However, the family's political power has remained independent of their religious identity. The royal family of Kuwait, Al Sabah family, $360 billion. The Bani Utbah Confederation gave rise to the Al Sabah family. Prior to settling in Kuwait, the Ottomans expelled the Al Sabah family from Qasr in southern Iraq due to their predatory habits of preying on caravans in Basra and trading ships in Shatt al-Arab. According to one oral tradition, the Al Sabah family moved around southern Iran and Iraq before settling in what is now Kuwait around the early 1700s. According to another oral tradition passed down by Sheikh Abdullah to the political agent, the Sabahs fled drought in Central Arabia in 1710. They migrated south, but when conditions worsened, they returned and now live in Zubarah on Qatar's west coast with other families. Unfortunately, conditions there were no better, so they migrated again, this time north to Kuwait, where they settled after finding water. On the final leg of the journey, Abu Ila al-Shimal, according to one legend, is where the name Bani Utbah came from. Soon after establishing a settlement in Kuwait, As-Sabah rose to power and ruled until he died in 1762. The royal family of Saudi Arabia, House of Saud, $1.4 trillion. The House of Saud is Saudi Arabia's ruling royal family. It is made up of descendants of Mohammed bin Saud, the founder of the Emirate of Diriyah, also known as the First Saudi State, 1727 to 1818, and his brothers. However, the ruling faction is primarily led by descendants of Abdulaziz bin Abdul Rahman, the modern founder of Saudi Arabia. The King of Saudi Arabia, an absolute monarch, wields the most power in the royal family. The family is estimated to have 15,000 members in total, but a group of about 2,000 of them controls the majority of power, influence, and wealth. According to some estimates, the royal family's net worth is $1.4 trillion. This figure incorporates the market capitalization of Saudi Aramco, the state oil and gas company, as well as its vast reserves of fossil fuels. The House of Saud went through three phases: the Emirate of Diriyah, the first Saudi state, 1727 to 1818, which was marked by the spread of Salafism; the Emirate of Nejd, the second Saudi state, 1824 to 1891, which was marked by constant infighting; and the third Saudi state, 1902 to present, which evolved into the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932 and now wields significant influence in the Middle East. The family has clashed with the Ottoman Empire, the Sharif of Mecca, the Al-Rashid family of Ha'il, and their vassal houses in Najd, numerous Islamist groups both inside and outside Saudi Arabia, and the Saudi Shia minority. The Saudi Arabian throne was intended to pass from one son of the first king, Abdulaziz, to another. The current king, King Salman, first replaced the next crown prince, his brother Mukrin, with his nephew Mohammed bin Naif. Mohammed bin Naif was replaced as crown prince in 2017 by Mohammed bin Salman, King Salman's son, following approval by the Allegiance Council with 31 out of 34 votes. Until 2006, the monarchy was hereditary by agnatic seniority, when a royal decree mandated that future Saudi kings be elected by a committee of Saudi princes. As a result, more royal family members have been appointed to the king's cabinet. The House of Saud is a translation of Al-Saud, an Arabic dynastic name formed by adding the word al to an ancestor's personal name. In the case of the Al-Saud, the ancestor is Saud ibn Muhammad ibn Mukrin, the father of the dynasty's founder Muhammad bin Saud in the 18th century. Any descendant of Muhammad bin Saud or his three brothers Farhan, Thamayan, and Mishari bears the surname Al-Saud. Catted branches are Al-Saud's other family branches, which include Saud al-Kabir, al-Jalui, al-Thanayan, Al-Mashari, and Al-Farhan. Members of the Qatar branches hold high and influential positions in government, despite not being in line for the Saudi throne. The title of Emir is held by all male members of the royal family, Prince. However, sons and patrilineal grandsons of kings are addressed as His Royal Highness, HRH, as opposed to patrilineal great-grandsons and members of Qatar branches, who are addressed as His Highness, HA. And the reigning king is also known as the custodian of the two holy mosques. What do you think about these 5 richest royal families worldwide? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more.